She thought I was weak. She thought I was lazy. She thought she could bully me in front of everyone and get away with it. But within 2 weeks, she was out of a job she'd had for years. And the best part? She did it all to herself. If you've ever dreamed of watching karma destroy a workplace bully, hit that like button and subscribe, because today's story is one of the most satisfying takedowns you'll hear. Below is the expanded story. I was in university when this all went down. And like a lot of students, I needed a part-time job just to survive. I worked at one of those small chain convenience stores. You know the kind. Long hours, endless customers, and a team so small that everyone knew everyone's business. Now, what most people didn't know, not even my colleagues at first, was that I had some serious, complicated medical issues. Things doctors hadn't even fully diagnosed yet. That meant constant hospital visits, flare-ups I couldn't control, and light duties at work so I wouldn't injure myself. I hated it. I hated feeling fragile. I hated that my body sometimes wouldn't let me pull my weight like everyone else. But I was trying. I showed up. I worked. I did my best. Unfortunately, my supervisor didn't see it that way. She wasn't the kind of boss who inspired people. She was the kind who thrived on making others feel small. And from the moment she saw my limitations, she decided I was lazy. She made little comments, gave me looks, and carried herself like she had power over me. At first, I just swallowed it. I had enough going on with my health, my studies, and life in general. But then, one Facebook post changed everything. It was a slow night shift, and something funny happened with a customer. Later, I posted a lighthearted status about it. Just a little joke. Nothing serious. What I didn't expect was my supervisor swooping in like a hawk looking for prey. She left this nasty, cutting comment underneath. The kind of thing that wasn't even funny, just mean-spirited. I stared at the screen. My chest tightened. That familiar mix of anger and humiliation burned in my stomach. But instead of letting her get away with it, I typed back, "Shut the fee-matey up." And oh, she did not take that well. It was like giving her permission to unleash the ugliest parts of herself. She started hurling insults about my health, mocking the fact that I couldn't do heavy lifting, making jokes about me being fragile. My blood boiled as I read each comment. But it didn't stop there. When one of my friends stepped in to defend me, she went racist on him. Disgusting slurs, the kind that makes your stomach churn. Another friend, who happened to be disabled, left a supportive comment on my post. And this supervisor, this woman who was supposed to lead our team, turned her venom on them too. Calling them names so vile I couldn't even believe she'd typed them out. And here's the kicker. She wasn't even at home doing this. She was doing it while on the clock. At that moment, something inside me shifted. Yes, I was angry. My hands shook as I read her words. My heart raced. But more than that, I saw an opportunity. She thought she was untouchable. She thought she could say whatever she wanted, tear down whoever she wanted, and walk away laughing. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. People like her destroy themselves. All you have to do is hand them the shovel. So before I blocked her, I did one simple thing. I took screenshots. Every single comment. The insults about my health, the racist slurs, the ableist attacks. I captured it all. And then I sat back and thought, what's the smartest way to play this? By the next morning, I had my answer. I opened my email, attached every screenshot, and sent it directly to every manager I had contact information for. Store manager, area manager, HR, all of them. And then, I waited. The fallout was almost immediate. The very next day, I was called in for a meeting. Sitting across from me were the store manager, the area manager, and a representative from HR. They asked me to explain what happened. I calmly slid the screenshots across the table. I could see the disgust on their faces as they read her words. Then HR asked me a question. Do you want to submit a formal grievance? My answer? Absolutely. Here's the thing. I wasn't her only victim. Turns out she had a long history of bullying. She'd even targeted another manager for being gay. She already had a warning on file. And now, with the screenshots I handed over, she had no escape. Within 2 weeks, the supervisor who thought she could mock my health, my friends, and my existence was gone. Fired. A job she'd held for years. Destroyed in under 5 minutes, all because she couldn't keep her hatred off Facebook. Looking back, I learned a lot from that moment. First, never add coworkers on social media. Second, when people show you their true selves, believe them. And third, the best revenge isn't screaming or fighting back in the heat of the moment. The best revenge is using someone's own stupidity against them. Today, my life looks completely different. Shortly after that incident, I finally got a diagnosis for my health issues. I finished university, I moved forward, I built a life I'm proud of. And her? She's still in the same town, still working in retail, still miserable. And every time I think about her downfall, I smile. Because in the end, she wasn't destroyed by me. She was destroyed by herself. She wanted to make me feel weak. She wanted me to feel powerless. But in the end, I was the one with the power. Because while she was busy tearing others down, I was quietly building my case. And when the hammer finally dropped, she had no one to blame but herself. This story taught me something I'll never forget. Karma doesn't always take years. Sometimes all it takes is a screenshot. And trust me, people will always regret underestimating the quiet ones. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button. It helps more people find these stories. Tell me in the comments, have you ever seen karma hit this hard? And of course, subscribe if you want more of the most satisfying revenge stories the internet has to offer.